Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Linda and you're welcome to my YouTube channel. Sometimes the body whispers before it screams. Today we will discuss about a patient maybe was simply tired, but hidden behind the constant thirst, the endless bathroom trips, and the overwhelming exhaustion was a silent condition slowly taking control of his body. By the time he finally came to the hospital, the warning signs had already been there for weeks. At first it sounded like a fairly routine complaint. Frequent trips to the bathroom, constant thirst, and exhaustion. But as I sat across from this patient in the examination room, something told me there was a much bigger story happening inside the body. If you enjoy real hospital stories, medical education, and behind-the-scenes insight into how doctors handle real-life cases, make sure you subscribe to Dr. Linda on Call and join us as we explore the realities of medicine one patient at a time.
It was a busy afternoon at the hospital when a patient in his early 40s walked into the clinic looking visibly drained. He wasn't in dramatic pain. There were no alarming injuries or obvious signs of distress. But sometimes, the most dangerous medical conditions are the ones that develop quietly. The patient explained that for the past several weeks, he had been urinating far more often than usual. Not just during the day, but repeatedly throughout the night as well. He described waking up multiple times just to use the bathroom. Along with that came an intense thirst that never seemed to go away. No matter how much water he drank, he still felt thirsty. At first, the patient assumed it was stress, dehydration, or maybe even the hot weather. But when the symptoms continued and fatigue started interfering with daily life, he finally decided to seek medical help.
As I listened carefully, a few things immediately stood out to me medically. Frequent urination, excessive thirst, and nighttime urination can sometimes point toward a problem with how the body regulates sugar.
So we began a proper clinical evaluation. The patient's vital signs were stable overall, but he appeared tired and mildly dehydrated. During the physical examination, there were no major emergency findings, but the pattern of symptoms raised concern for an underlying metabolic condition. We ordered several laboratory investigations, including blood glucose testing and urine analysis.
Now, for viewers watching at home, blood glucose tests measure the amount of sugar circulating in the bloodstream. Normally, the body uses a hormone called insulin to help move sugar from the blood into the cells for energy. But when that system becomes disrupted, sugar can build up in the bloodstream to unhealthy levels. And that's exactly what we found. The patient's blood sugar levels were significantly elevated. The urine tests also showed glucose spilling into the urine, something that typically happens when blood sugar becomes too high for the kidneys to handle properly.
I see, doctor.
After reviewing the results carefully, the diagnosis became clear. The patient had diabetes mellitus. Diabetes mellitus is a chronic medical condition that affects how the body processes glucose, which is the body's main source of energy. In many cases, either the body does not produce enough insulin, or the body becomes resistant to insulin's effects. When glucose remains trapped in the bloodstream instead of entering the cells, the body starts sending warning signs. That's why symptoms like excessive thirst, frequent urination, unusual fatigue, blurred vision, and unexplained weight changes can occur. One of the most important things people should understand is that diabetes often develops gradually. Many patients ignore the early symptoms because they seem harmless or easy to explain away. People may think, "I'm just tired. I've been drinking more water lately. Maybe I'm stressed." But sometimes those subtle symptoms are the body's early cry for help.
The good news is that with proper medical care, diabetes can often be managed very effectively. Treatment must be tailored specifically to his condition. Decisions vary from person to person and should be guided by qualified professionals. In this case, management included medications to help control blood sugar levels, hydration support, nutritional counseling, and lifestyle adjustments focused on healthier eating habits and physical activity. One thing I always tell patients is this: managing diabetes is not just about medication. It's about understanding your body and building consistent, healthy habits over time.
And this is where public awareness becomes incredibly important. Many people believe diabetes only affects older adults or people who eat excessive sugar, but the reality is far more complex. Family history, weight, physical activity levels, diet, stress, and other medical factors can all play a role. Another dangerous misconception is waiting until symptoms become severe before seeking help. If someone notices persistent excessive thirst, frequent urination, unusual fatigue, blurry vision, slow wound healing, or sudden unexplained weight changes, it's important to seek proper medical evaluation early. Early diagnosis can make a major difference. Simple habits can also help reduce risk, including maintaining a balanced diet, staying physically active, attending routine health screenings, drinking enough water, and managing weight appropriately under medical guidance.
Most importantly, never attempt to self-diagnose based on internet information alone. Symptoms can overlap with many different medical conditions, which is why professional evaluation matters. Thankfully, in this patient's case, the condition was identified before more serious complications developed. Over the following weeks, the patient began adjusting to the treatment plan. His energy levels gradually improved, nighttime bathroom trips reduced, and the constant thirst became more manageable.
Wow, I'm so excited! Yes, let's go!
It wasn't an overnight transformation. Chronic conditions require long-term care and consistency, but with proper medical support and patient commitment, progress was absolutely possible. Cases like this remind me that medicine is not only about treating illness. It's also about listening carefully, recognizing patterns early, and helping patients understand what their bodies are trying to say. And sometimes, symptoms that appear small at first can reveal something much more important underneath. Thank you for spending time with me here on Dr. Linda On Call. If you enjoy real hospital stories and educational medical content explained in a calm and understandable way, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this channel with others. Stay informed, take your health seriously, and remember, early medical attention can save lives. I'll see you in the next case. Dr. Linda, signing out.